Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. Um, Thanks for coming. I'm sorry I didn't. Um, Sort of like a translator for the UN with this. Um, Thank you, David. Uh, I'm gonna read a few poems. David asked me to read some poems from the Boog publications that he put out. This was my first chapbook ever, and David published it. It's called By the Author. And this one in it is called Dickensian. Charles Dickens grew me. I'm his bad plant. I wouldn't prune. I'd just as soon stay obstinate and obfuscate myself into a convoluted shoot that wrapped around his room. I'm problemed at the root. We had a gap. I hated water. Though he led it to me, I'd upset it just to see it all spilled down his book page, real nice. Me real nice and arid. Then his pleas would come. His fat tongue a punched eyelid inches from my pot. Come on a little plant, he'd utter, his breath packed up in liver. You wilt a plant like that, not will it. That word little made me cross, so I'd spill it. Spill it down his book page. Running water. Running ink. I was never what he wanted, poor Dick. Never classifiable, my phylum shifted. Never docile, never healthy, but bold, unbound, and clever. Water, words, dung he'd bring. It got me, and I'd turn. One day a cactus, cold and stagnant. One day a fern, limping down his sideboard. Then he died. He's still dead now, poor Dick, and flowers piled around his plot like portraits of perfect babies who went to heaven shortly after birth. Young ladies come and visit him with piles more. So he's happy, though deceased. He's got it all. His hair and fingernails grow like weeds, won't quit, and I still sit, adult and dead too, we're the same now, both in dirt. And I watch him from here, watch the birds who come to kiss his headstone. I try to wave, but my leaves are tangled, crossed, and hard like bone. And then this is the December project David sent me. 31 self-addressed stamped postcards in November of 2001. Said, send me a postcard poem a day. And then we did it for 3 more Decembers through 2004. We lost one in the mail. So this is from the 2nd December, 2002. This is 12/3/02. The suck-ass in me's getting upset. No ass to suck, sitting in this den alone. Not unless I bent down impossibly, sucked my own. No benefit to sucking ass at 31. Can't sit back, enjoy what's got from ass-sucking when some asshole in the mirror says I suck. Can't live with braying into someone's anus, saying, yeah, I really understand what you mean. The pillow knows I sleep, the morning paper says I read slowly. Everything knows everything about you when you're obsequious and tells you so. In the morning, I'll purse my lips around a teaspoon, note birds sitting on their alpha bars. Yet I'm nervous around people I admire. So I quake, quiet, thinking, how does one untoad? You know, sucking ass is really good only for sucky bastards. Oh, sucking ass, of thee I sing. I'm tired. I didn't mean to read that one, actually. I meant to read these other ones. Oh, well. So I will read 12/18/02. No, yeah, I like Night. Night's great. Don't worry. Hill sits in its unused drive-in, moon missing. Hill in Arlington quiet with people's problems rolling down it. Hill in a bed. Moon bending over dead dime. Moon fending off dull liaison. If you want a moon poem, go to Spain. Hill has dry crux, a jug on it. There, day sends a shawl into the water. People wait for spring so they can welter under. Hill in a job watering cart horses. Here, I'll give you a startle. Dozed this chair, woke up to self sitting in the other. Moonhill healing under word of different owner. Moonhill gating part of normal mammal wonder. And this is another moon one. It's December 15th from the following year, '03. The moon is nigh alert. It's half high, strafing. Like an alewife, it slaps against the black movement of the sky. Every year I write about the moon, its ambitions, as if it did anything but whip the surf into dumb caps, as if it did anything but laps around the earth. We're the perfect goofball every month, rushing out to catch some of its new movie. There's nothing up but stasis there, and we know it, which is even stupider. You watch a character succumb to his dramatic flaw and call out, "Don't go there," as he flops onto the terra firma, and yet you are him. We could lose like this forever. Snow job in the sky, its snow face half-shaved, then swollen later in the day. Every cold, dead leader needs a supplicant, they say. Tonight I talked to the moon. I asked what its favorite aphorism was. Know your audience, it said. And these are a bit newer. This one's a true story called Bum Skylight. You don't write a poem on a couch, said Joe. The hell does he know? This Davenport has seen elegant generations. Loose canonical halogen. I'm on the phone with my accountant right now, coughing in both ears. The couch is over there, but I'm near it. I can hear it, perpending, decent in its thoughts. Oh, Christ, says Peter, speaking of Toronto, where Joe lives, his sofa absent of its heroes. Oh, Joe, St. Joseph, St. Augustine, I can't tell any of you apart. I could write a poem here on the phone, on a boat, in a bathroom, curled up in the aspic of a cornflower, they call them bachelor's buttons, atop a tower, in collegiate labs with all their earnest burners. I could roll up and patiently break Joe's gold horn in Canada, the proxy boxers near the bus stop on Dufferin punching poems into each other's ears. I'm mad that Joe never much dug me, even as I love the stones it took to dictate where I can and can't scrive a bit of rune. I'm in Minneapolis now, on the smoking platform of what was once walled Chamberlain Field, months away from having begun this, Joseph. Joseph dancer, Joe in a pair of pants. Oh, where do we dance? The whole earth's blood kingdom may never be aware. And then these last ones, I have to read off of the, cut off the top of my head, I apologize. I have to read off of the screen because my printer's on the fritz. Which would be the most boring musical. Printer's on the fritz. Da, 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 da. Printer's on the fritz. Office in the yard. Hey there, copy boy, can you get me a cup of coffee? This is from a sonnet series that I did with Christina Strong, and David also did some. Daily Sonnets last February 2020. So this is February 6th. David tore my last poem into quarters after I'd read it to the part of America that isn't David. I'm going to start over. David tore my last poem into quarters after I'd read it to the part of America that isn't David. I tore up the poem David has yet to send me. It's there in the future with my hands dangling its turncoat. Christina tore her own poem into thirds. 1/3 of it was superb, the other two superber. America is hanging on our every word. I say gin sometimes when I want to confuse them out of their hard-earned warlock powder. I'm passing the shop now where I bought an urn, tore up this poem, burned it in it, said a dance. The warlock in that shop is made of brotherly romance. He tore the tale I told him into myrrh. And this is February 13th. I'm trying it out. It's a very new coat. Buckle tickle in the park at night, a heave of glamour on my lap. Lake Placid. Now that's a little on the nose. Name me an unplacid lake. Warmth's an integer of shoulders bent toward rest. The arc of Botany transverts clouds and land. This sky's a little small, just right. I clutch it for my button, crush the grit that ridicules its house. These portals to another main, I name them coat. Coat of boxy dimes refilling pond. Coat of silly knives. Coat you fill up with your hungry girth. I will it mine. Time's a pretty button on a sill. I think my birth was really great. Now this enchanted coat. Gallop with my bolshy friend and drop him in a well. And this last one is February 17th, 2020. Everybody has their one balloon and it's a heart. Everyone inflates that part. Mylar comes in many shapes and state allegiances, but everybody's got a heart balloon. Everybody's got a heart balloon and is standing alone on a corner, silent, looking morose. Or maroon? Marooned. Everybody's face is full of blood. Pupils dilate when the water looms. Everybody's standards hit the floor at 4 a.m., they say. That may be, but no one lets their ribbon loose. A corner is two places, everybody standing on one says. Stoplights look like stripper poles improved. Everybody's got a heart balloon, just one. Everybody's got a soft bassoon inside their gun. And that is all. Thank you again. I'm sorry, Dave. I can't do that right now. Turning off.